Hi there Virgo, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your mid-July love reading. It's for anyone, single, coupled. We're just going to see what comes up. It's going to be a general message here today. So let's get started Virgo. I'm going to shuffle the Story and Virtue Romance Angels and see what comes up. Here's the first one. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. You know, sometimes we can want to hold on too tight to people and things, and you know, really, love is a wild energy, guys. It wants to move, and the more you try and control it, the more it rebels. So we really just need to surrender, to let go, to not try and control others. We can have expectations, but you know, we don't want to hold on to those too tightly either. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Well, that might just be for a few of you. Let's see what else comes out to complete this picture, guys. I am now working with Alana Fairchild's Journey of Love Oracle deck. It's a new one for me, guys, so the cards are still a bit hard to shuffle. And there's our first one here, acceptance. Yeah, well, I mean, maybe some of you are accepting that this might be an unrequited love, or accepting that you need to let go of those control issues, that you need to loosen your grip. We have intimacy. Okay. Well, that chemistry message might have only been for a few of them, because intimacy is a good sign. Let's get the rest of the story out, Virgo. Going to pull some cards here for the story that's emerging in terms of love, relating and romance. When the first one flips or falls, I will be choosing the cards. Here we go. Two of Wands, you know, life review. Maybe seeing clearly, seeing the big picture, making a key decision to maybe explore new territory or get things back on track. Judgment, yeah, okay. That's making sense, guys. High Priestess. I think your person knows what's going on. Yeah, and we have a sense of moving on here, because it may just be divine timing or the end of a karmic contract for you guys. Okay, Virgo. Now we have a sense here that there could be a connection that, you know, it's unrequited love, right? I feel like you're in a situation where you've got a lot of pieces of the puzzle. Maybe you've got the companionship, maybe, you know, you really enjoy each other's company, maybe you share some similar values, but there's a sense that there is one piece missing, right? Eight of Cups. The person in the Eight of Cups leaves behind a situation because they're going after the missing piece. They're going after the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Now the piece here, for some of you, could be that there's just not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. That'll be for some of you, maybe not all of you, but what you are truly desiring, Virgo, is deep intimacy, and I think that that's what you want to go after. You really want to rediscover that passion and purpose, that Page of Wands energy, and there's a certain amount of acceptance that you may need to have, you know, accepting that potentially you're not going to, you know, be able to have that peace in this connection that you're currently in. So it's time to surrender, to accept, and potentially move on if you feel like you can't cultivate that within your current connection. And that's why we might need to let go of control issues, let go of trying to force this, to, you know, try and create something that may not be able to be created in this connection. So here, Virgo, we have the Two of Wands and we have Judgment. So yeah, I feel like this is the wake-up call, you know, the wake-up call of, hey, well, you know what, we've been in this connection for X amount of time, and there's a sense that there's not all the pieces here, and there's a sense here that maybe that is making you feel stuck or confined, making you feel contracted, right? You know, you're in a romantic connection without that chemistry or attraction, or the intimacy, then it's really a friendship, right? And I know relationships change over time and can evolve into that, but you know, we all want some kind of intimacy, even if it's just, you know, holding hands, you know, watching a movie on the couch together or whatever. You know, that is connected energy, and without that, you know, really what is there? And I feel like that's the wake-up call that you've had, because you're really desiring that deep connected intimacy, Virgo, and that's what's put you in life review. Two of Wands. The person in the Two of Wands is considering leaving a comfort zone to go after a new path, to go after, you know, greener pastures, more fertile soils, greater abundance, right? And I know that sounds bad when I said the greener pastures piece, but the thing is that if you don't have intimacy in the relationship, then that would be a very warranted reason to move on, right, guys? It's not just that, you know, you're wanting a bit of variety in your life, but I feel that for some of you, this relationship that you're in, or this connection, is very comforting. It's a sense of home. Maybe you've become almost like family, and there might be a fear of moving on and leaving them. However, you know, of course that is hard, but if you really want to get to that great love, then maybe that's what you need to do. There's a sense here that you've still got a lot of attachment to it. You know, this wand of the past is still attached to the castle, but there is one hand on the wand of the future. That's the one that the Page of Wands wants to go out and explore with, getting ready to take that inspired action to step beyond the comfort zone, right? Because you've heard the call, Virgo. You know, that angel is blowing that trumpet, trying to get your attention and say, hey, you know what, wake up. I think, you know, it might be time for you to let go, to surrender, to liberate yourself from the situation. Even if there's a certain amount of happiness in it, it's just not quite your perfect fit. It's not your divine, you know, union. There's a sense that there's not all the love there that you were truly desiring. So this is the, you know, the month or the couple of weeks, guys, where you start seeing the bigger picture. You're stepping into King of Wands energy here, and the King of Wands is, you know, a truth seeker, a visionary, and absolutely has that hindsight, right? Can look back, connect the dots, see exactly how it is. The King of Swords is you understanding that, you know, what you have now essentially in this connection is what you will continue to have, right? Do what you always do, get what you always got. How it is now is generally, you know, how it's going to carry on. So you have to decide whether you are happy with that or not. You might need to have a communication with your person. Hey, you know what? I'm just being honest. This is how I'm feeling. How do you feel? And I think if you do, Virgo, you will learn that your person already feels that, is already intuiting that. High Priestess, they are intuitively tuned. They have sensed that things have been a little bit different with you lately, that maybe you were not as invested as you were, and they've been waiting for this information, for the secret to come to life, to be communicated, right? I think they know, so that's what I'm saying there. Yeah, the King of Swords, you know, using that information with that hindsight, with all that clarity and vision, it's time for you to make a clear strategic decision on what to do with the situation, Virgo, in order to liberate both of you. Because it's unfair to hold on to a connection if, you know, you're not completely in it, because the other person would also have the opportunity to go off and find a greater sense of love. And that's what we see here. You know, we've got the moving on energy. It's actually in your person's energy. I generally see the bottom row as your person's energy and the top row as yours. I feel like they aren't fulfilled either, Virgo, right? The Eight of Cups is showing up in their energy field. They're not fulfilled. They are wanting their wishes to be, you know, they want that full contentment, that Nine of Cups reality, and they're willing to turn their back and walk away from this as well, because linking back to the intuition again, they've known for a while and they're not happy either, right? And you know, Virgo, are wanting passion, are wanting sparks. You're wanting the chemistry, the attraction, the intimacy, and it's just not in this situation. So you are really willing to go out there and find that elsewhere. You've been in the desert long enough. You're demanding a greater love now. You want to manifest something new. And the Page of Wands can be, you know, a messenger of love, or it can be some kind of message that comes in that kind of makes you realize, oh, that's right, that's what it's like to feel that again. It could be a connection that you have with someone, just that little moment where you kind of feel the chills up your spine, the tingles, and you think, oh, you know, that's what attraction feels like. You might have an incident like that this week that makes you think, yep, that's exactly what I'm going after. That's what is worth me leaving my comfort zone for. I really want that full, love experience. I want the full intimacy, not anything less, right? Because it's time, guys, it's time. And look what's behind that, the Four of Wands over here. You know what? This is about destiny. This is about karma. I think there was a karmic contract with this person that has now played out. It's the final judgment. It's the final call of this situation. This wheel wants to turn and wants to change your luck. It wants to bring in that new sense of love for you. And what is it? What is behind the wheel, guys? The Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is that card of, you know, committed relationship, marriage, the home, the abundance, all of that, right? All that you're desiring. So sometimes we need to let go of something in order to gain something else. The Four of Wands here also, guys, is that 1111 card, that card of synchronicity, that card of synchrodestiny. So I feel that there is a sense of, if you just loosen your grip, if you let go of the situation of this unrequited love, that wheel's going to turn pretty quickly, and there's a sense that that right person might come in sooner than expected through synchronistic means. With that 1111, it could just be through, like I said, that random encounter. I know it's a little bit hard to interact with people at the moment. We can still do it, guys, online as well. And it could be that Page of Wands could be that new passionate offer in its infancy coming in for you. So that's what I'm seeing, guys. You're needing to free yourself from a loveless connection. I will reframe that, not loveless, but a connection that there might not be the attraction or chemistry or intimacy that you're desiring. There could well be a lot of love there, but you know, you're desiring that full package, and the Wheel of Fortune wants to turn and bring that to you. I think it's going to be the best for both of you. I think your person already knows as well, and I think that maybe they want to move on also. But Virgo, I think you are going to be the one to deliver the message that will transform this situation for the both of you. So it's interesting energy, guys. It is an intense energy. You know, judgment always is. It is that card of, you know, judgment comes before the world energy in the tarot, and the world is that card of huge cyclic completion, huge ending of a karmic contract. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune here, so it's like you're on the threshold of completing this, because the life lessons or whatever you were, you know, supposed to learn from this are pretty much done, and it's the beginning of a new chapter, right? And you're sensing that now. You're sensing that you're on the threshold of that, and that you're going to need to leave that comfort zone in order to bring it in. And you're already starting to get that foreshadowing of, you know, it's time for me to get out there and explore again, reconnect with my passion and purpose. But first, I need to deal with the situation at hand. Okay, Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. It feels complete for me. I do hope that this reading provided you with some guidance in love, romance, and relating for the rest of the month. Just keep in mind I am really reading here for a collective, guys, so it may not be your reading this time around, and that's absolutely fine. Don't make it fit if it's not. Feel free to leave me a comment. I do read them all, guys. I try and respond to them all, and it really helps me get to know you and connect with your energies. And I'll see you back here, well, next month for plenty more readings, guys.